Hello, and congratulations on your acceptance into the Park Hill Professional Studies program, specifically Aspiring Professionals or Professional Studies Internship. This training will take you through 5 different things: a brief description of the program, what to do before, during, and after your interview with your business partner, and some closing comments. If at any point you have questions, please feel free to contact us. The first part of the training will take you through a brief description. Park Hill Professional Studies connects classroom learning with professional experiences. You have applied and been accepted to Park Hill Professional Studies, or abbreviated PHPS. The courses offered are the Aspiring Educators course, Aspiring Medical Professionals course, and Aspiring Professionals course. You have been accepted into the Aspiring Professionals course, which means you are also asked to do a professional interview with a business partner. That is the reason you're watching this training. As a reminder of this course, it's one block. Class takes place at the Lead Innovations Studio. If you need transportation, go see your counselor. There's a 95% attendance policy, a professional behavior policy, and when you're at your internship, we ask you're there 8 hours a week, and we offer dual credit through Northwest Missouri State. In Professional Studies Internship or Aspiring Professionals, the class is about 4 weeks of onboarding. And then the other 12 weeks, approximately, you are out at your internship. On Wednesdays, you check back in with your facilitator. So during the class, you'll be learning employability skills and professional skills. Attached to this email is a scope and sequence to learn more about the class. That was a brief description of the Professional Studies program, Aspiring Professionals, Professional Studies Internship. The next part of the training really is about the interview that you will go on with your potential business. So what to do before you interview. A facilitator will call you to explain the process. There are 3 dates that really you should keep in mind. One date we ask that you turn in your resume again via email. Another date is we will come and practice the interview with you. And then the third date is you'll actually go out to your business partner and business site to interview for an internship. So how will you get there? And writing down these dates is very important. We will send you Outlook calendar invites. Please make sure you have Outlook on your cell phone. That way you can know when you are interviewing or when your resume is due and all the other important dates. One of the main things you should do before your interview is research your company. The facilitator will call you and say, hey, how do you feel about going to this company? Once the facilitator tells you that, you should start researching your company. What's the history of the company? What's the mission? How many people work there? What do they do? What are their hours of operation? Who is the person interviewing you and what do they look like? These are all things you can find out from the internet. So for an example, I'm just going to show you an example with Starbucks. If I knew, Sarah, you're going to interview at Starbucks, I would just Google Starbucks. Right here, it tells me a lot of really good information about Starbucks. The one thing I would focus on is the mission statement, which you see at the bottom. Inspire and nurture their human spirit, one person, one cup, and one neighborhood at a time. During the interview, I would try to use the words inspire, nurture, human spirit. Those are key words and key vocabulary that the business would look for. Another thing is I found out who the owner is. During an interview, they may ask you, hey, what do you know about Starbucks? And I can tell them, oh, Howard Schultz. He's an American businessman. He's the CEO of Seattle Supersonics. And I could rattle off some important information about him. Another thing we're going to ask you to do is update your resume. All of you turned this in at the interview back a few months ago. However, we may have given you some feedback. Update your resume with your current GPA, maybe ACT score, and make sure it's professional. Please have someone else read it before sending it to your facilitator. When sending it to your facilitator, please send it at least 24 hours before your interview. We want to make sure your resume looks fantastic, and we will email you some corrections if need be. Another thing to do before your interview is practice what you're going to say. We asked you some of these questions a few months ago during the pre-screening. However, now you're actually going out to your business site. So if you want to be a physical therapist, you need to research what physical therapists do, have an idea of what they're doing. These questions are very general questions in front of you about what you're passionate about, but really The questions that they would ask during the interview are more content specific. So if you want to be in healthcare, they're going to be healthcare related. If you want to be a graphic designer, what skills do you have? What programs have you worked with? These are really good questions that you could be Googling in the meantime. Also, before your interview is pick out what you're going to wear. You guys know this should be a very professionally dressed outfit. Here are some examples of things you should be wearing. Men, here are some options for you during your professional interview. Also, before your interview, we will ask you to come to district office and practice with a facilitator. Please dress professionally, bring your resume and laptop, be prepared to answer interview questions, and typically this practice interview happens either 1 to 2 days before you actually go out to your business site and interview. This part of training is going to take you through what to do during your interview. You've prepared for your interview, you know where you're going, and now it's actually what can you expect during the interview. First and foremost, arrive early. There's lots of construction going on this summer, so make sure you know where you're going and arrive at least 10 minutes before your scheduled interview. Bring your resume. I recommend bringing 2 copies because you never know who else may be sitting on your interview. Smile, be confident, and it's okay to be nervous. Nerves show you care, and we like that. So what to expect? The interview is around 10 to 30 minutes long. The first thing they'll do is a strong professional handshake to give an introduction. So I always introduce my interns. Hello, Mark, this is my intern so-and-so, and then you give a strong professional handshake. Please wait to be seated until they invite you or they sit down themselves. If you're ever confused, just follow your facilitator's lead. The first thing that will happen is the facilitator will talk about the program. We have a handout we'll give them, and we'll just say, this is Park Hill Professional Studies, these are the dates. We'll talk them through what the course looks like. Then I'll invite the business partner to talk. Can you tell us more about your business, yada, 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 all that. And then we will turn it over to you. We'll hand them your resume, and you will be asked some questions. Smile, be confident, you will be prepared. At the very end, you give a strong handshake, smile, and thank them for their time. So things to consider during your interview. Leave your phone in your car. Where will you put your keys? Please no gum. And think about what your hands and body language say about you. And if you need to take notes, it is okay to bring a pen and paper. Now, the last part of the training is really taking you through what to do after your interview. After your interview, the most important thing is to write a thank you email to the person that interviewed you. Be professional and watch your spelling and grammar. Here is an example thank you note. You can absolutely just steal from this and email it to your facilitator so they can forward it on to the person that interviewed you. Last but not least is closing. You are going to do a fabulous job. We are here to help. Let us know how we can assist you. We look forward to seeing you soon.